Greetings, Uverse. Welcome to Gunverse YouTube channel. And isn't it nice in life when things come full circle? So, about 10 years ago, I had an AK-74 made by Century Arms, and I absolutely loved it. It kept me safe in desperate times and whatnot. But I ended up losing it, so I ended up bringing it to the pawn shop, and then I couldn't get it back, blah blah blah. So I lost my AK-74 to the pawn shop, and with the war in Ukraine going on, prices of AKs have shot through the roof. It's like, if you can even get one, it's like $6,000 or $7,000 for an authentic AK-74 or a Russian AK-47 even. So I thought about getting an AK and 5.56. I thought would be the solution, because those run about $1,000. But I just couldn't spend the money on it. So I was like, there was nothing wrong with my Century Arm. So I went on their website and found one that I liked, and it was affordable. So here's what I came up with. This is a Century Arms AK-74 chambered in 5.45 by 39. This is a traditional AK-47 bullet, and this is what the AK-74 fires. So it's pretty much equivalent to NATO's 5.56. So I think it's awfully funny that how in the 60s, when the M16 came out, they were saying how it wasn't powerful enough, and if they had a 7.62 bullet like came out of the AK, they would have been better off in the jungle. But fast forward a few years later, the Soviets copied us, and they went down to the 5.45. I mean, it's pretty much the same as 5.56. So I just think it's awfully funny how both sides were like, oh, the other side is better, let's switch to that. And we started out with the M16, and then we ended up transferring to bigger 7.62s, and the Russians did the opposite. But anyhow, enough babbling. So we're out here today. I was going to do an unboxing, but there wasn't much in there to tell y'all. So it came with 3 PMags. My dog chewed them open, so I left one of them in the case, and just kept these 2 open. So it came with 3 PMags, and it came with a gun lock for the trigger that I don't know why I would ever want to use that, but and an instructions manual. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to test fire it. I just lubed it up with some Slip 2000. So I'm going to fire it. I'm going to get it zeroed, and I've already got plans for this. It will not be staying stock like this for long. I ordered a swiveling buttstock from Magpul. That should be here sometime next week. And then I still need to decide if I want to do a side mount for optics, or get the quad rail and then have the dust cover attached to the quad rail by hinges, and then that's how you mount it, because then it comes with a Picatinny on top of the dust cover. So those are the 2 main ways of putting an optic on an AK. Neither which my previous AK, I just ran iron sights. So this is all new to me. But just for a comparison, we get a green tip 5.56 compared to the 5.45 on the right. I mean, it's awfully close. The 5.56 is next down a little bit closer to the top, but I mean, the 5.56 might have a tiny bit more powder in there, but I just wanted to show the difference. So anyway, back to my plans for this. But as for today, we're just doing a shakedown run, getting it zeroed in. I have the tool to to fix the windage and elevation on the front. I just want to show you guys that. It's very important. So I ordered this for $10 off of Amazon, and it's a nice little tool to have. So the end right here, that's how you adjust the elevation. So you'll spin that, and it's kind of like a little tire if you ever had to pull a stem out of a tire or for your car or whatever. And then this little clamping point here is for the windage to go side to side. So you clamp it onto this button right here, and then once that button is suppressed, you can move the whole front stock that way or this way, side to side. So you can see the button goes through to the other side as well. So the only thing I noticed about this particular AK-74 and the one I had before, the cleaning rod was bent, and I know why, because there's no way I can get that out without seriously bending it. I stuck a screwdriver through the hole right here and tried to, it was not budging. So honestly, I'm probably just gonna leave the cleaning rod in place. I have other cleaning rods I can ram it out with, so I will probably do that. And I have a bayonet. I don't have it out here with me, but I have my bayonet from my old AK-74, and it does fit on here. However, there's no satisfying click noise. There's nothing that even remotely lets you know that it's attached properly. So it leaves a little bit to be desired in that aspect, because you don't know if it's on properly, for one, and two, call me crazy, but with the sheath on the bayonet, I think it's pointed up like to where if you shoot with the sheath on, it's gonna shoot it. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I don't think I'll be firing it with the bayonet on too much. Although it does look super cool, but it just really looks like it's gonna shoot its own sheath off, which, hey, could be, who knows. But all right, so as you can see, we're all lubricated up, and you hear how clunky that is. So after about 200 or 300 rounds, it will get a little bit better, but you know how there's a nice crisp noise when you push the bolt forward on your AR-15? Well, there's none of that here. That's what you get. But I don't know, I love AKs. We'll do the comparison that I know everybody wants to do, the AK versus AR, but not today. So all right, I'm gonna put some bug spray on, and we're gonna get this thing zeroed and shoot some targets, see how it does. All right, so I went back to the house and got the bayonet just to show y'all what I was talking about. So it does fit, it does go on, but it's just not very well. So this button has to be completely 100% depressed, but I can't see it actually move anything. I don't know what it actually does, but it allows, once you get this all the way depressed, you gotta line, yeah, thank you. You gotta line the top ring up with the button all the way depressed. Hang on.
Cleaning rod, yep.
There you go. So like I said, there's no satisfactory click. It just won't come off. Which I guess is okay, but I mean, as you can see, it's very clunky and it's not very fast or effective to put on. And like I was mentioning, is it just me, or does the tip of this bayonet curve upwards? It looks to me as if I fire around with this sheath on, it's definitely gonna take a chunk out of this rubber here, but I feel like as it gets closer to the tip here, it goes up. What do y'all think? You think I could shoot with this on or no? Leave it in the comments, because I'm generally perplexed here. I mean, it could definitely shoot it like that, I bet, but with the sheath on, I'm not so sure. So, but I just wanted to show you guys that. But it does look badass though, doesn't it? It looks really cool, I think. And this is a nice heavy duty bayonet, and it has, I mean, I doubt you'd ever use this in combat, but you insert this little hole right here into here, and you can cut electrical wire.
Or barbed wire.
Maybe I got it the wrong way. I've only tried it like once. Oh yeah. Okay, so you can cut electrical wire with it, supposedly. I wouldn't, but they say you can. All right, so I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna take this off for now, and the other thing is you kind of need a hammer to get it off. All right, I will see y'all at the shooting range, at the zero range. Okay, so we are exactly 60 feet away from our intended target. We have 7 clays up on the wood pile, and we have 10 rounds. We're gonna try to hit all 7 clays with the 10 rounds. We out, or was that a chamber?
So
Okay. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 of them. Not bad for a freshly zeroed rifle. We still need to do the break-in period too. So. All right, so I've got another 10 rounds. I'm gonna see if I can hit the remaining clays. So we're locking and rocking. All right, we're clear. So not bad. I got 3 or 4 of them. There's still 2 left, and I got a bonus 2 liter. So all right, so now that we're all zeroed in and we've had a little bit of fun, this time it's watermelon time and 2 liter. So we got the 2 liter out to give our haters something to sip on, and the watermelons if anyone's hungry. So I got about 15 rounds loaded up, and then 6 in another magazine. So ear pro on, we're locking and rocking, round chambered. This is what you guys want, I know. Magazine change. All right, we're clear. Let's go take a look at that carnage. It looked pretty gnarly. Are you still rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you can see, complete and utter devastation. Put this down for a second. So I didn't try to make the watermelon explode on the first shot, but that's just what happened. So Oh yeah. See what I was talking about? See, like that is the most disgusting watermelon I've ever seen in my life. And this was $7, people. Can you believe that? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, the 2 liter, I hit, oh yeah. For the haters. So, it almost looks like I hit that, oh, right there. Boom, dead center. That's literally exactly where I was aiming. So, a little bit back to the zeroing of the AK. So, I brought my laser bore scope out, and I brought out that tool to adjust the windage and elevation. I shot about 3 shots right-handed. It was a little bit off. I put it in my left hand, bullseye, bullseye, bullseye. My buddy tried it out, same thing, right-handed, he was a little off. Switched to his left hand, bullseye, bullseye, bullseye. So I shoot ambidextrous, so I'm totally cool with that. I think this is the first rifle that I've ever just bought, and it was just worked right out of the box. So I think she did pretty good today. A few magazine issues, but I think that'll clear out. I'm gonna leave the magazines loaded so the spring wears in, and I think it's just teething phase stuff. But all in all, it ran better than I thought. And there's a break-in period with every weapon. The break-in period for something like this is probably a couple thousand rounds. So, like I said, I totally plan on modernizing this. I ordered the buttstock today, so you see how this buttstock goes down and then back up. You got a little bit of cheek support, but the new Magpul buttstock is more of a flat plane, and it's a side folding as well, so that way you can really make this thing small. I think it would probably be around like 24 or 26 inches with the buttstock folded. So then after that, I need to get a new quad rail, because that gives me the option to mount the Picatinny rail dust cover, or I can always just use this bracket right here and do the side mount. So like I said, I've never had optics on an AK before, so I don't know, I'm up for suggestions. I'm up for if anyone has any advice, I'm more than happy to listen. I don't claim to know everything, and I'm always up for some constructive criticism even. But so just real quick, a few things for the channel. So this will probably be the last rifle that you guys see for a while. What I'm gonna do is the weapons I do have, I'm planning on building them up, because I just feel like you can get more out of your weapons when you get a laser sight on it, or you can get more versatility out of it. So I have an AR that's built, and I'm gonna build this AK-74 with the same budget, so that way I can show them off against one another. So the goal is about $10,000, or excuse me, $10,000. It's about $1,000, $1,100 is the max build for both the AR and this AK-74. So I'm already a little behind schedule because the AR was $400 and this was $600. So I've only got $400 or $500 to play with to get this AK maximized as much as I can to do battle with its arch nemesis, the AR-15. So thank you for joining us. There's big things in store for the channel, so keep watching, and we will see you next time on Gunverse. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.